Good morning, students. Today's video will be about the new lesson radians of AS level. So it is AS level radians. What you need to know in this lesson. First, let us look at all the formulae of this lesson. And the first and foremost what you need to know is to measure any angle. To measure any angle, there are two units. So far you have learnt only about degrees. The other units to measure the angle is radians. Am I clear? There are two units to measure the angle. One is degrees and other one is radians. Now, you need to know about the conversion between these two. For the conversion, you need to know only one line. 180 degrees is nothing but your pi radians. If you know this one line, you can convert from degrees to radians or radians to degrees. Example, if I show, how do we convert 30 degrees to radians? First line you will be writing 180 degrees is nothing but pi rads or radians. So 30 degrees will become how many radians? Just cross multiply, it becomes 30 pi by 180. 3 ones 3 6. So this is nothing but pi by 6 radians. Am I clear? Now the same thing if you want to change from radians to degrees, how do you do? If you want to change pi by 3 radians to degrees, how do you do it? Again the first line is same, 180 degrees is nothing but pi radians. So it's in radians, so this side you will be writing pi by 3 radians equal to how many degrees? Cross multiply. 180 into pi by 3 by pi. Pi will get cancelled, 3 and 60. So that is nothing but 60 degrees. Am I clear? How do we convert degrees to radians and radians to degrees? Or else one more example. 1.5 radians equal to how much? First line is again same. 180 degrees is nothing but pi radians. So 1.5 radians equal to how much? Cross multiply this into this. So it is 180 into 1.5 by pi radians. Place this in the calculator. Whatever answer you get, that you type here. It's not radians, it's degrees, right? Yeah. Here above it was degrees, so below it the result is also in degrees. Am I clear? How do we convert from degrees to radians and radians to degrees? Clear enough, right? And in the calculator, use the pi symbol. Instead of typing 3.14 or 22 by 7, use the pi symbol present in the calculator. Next is, what is the formula for area of circle? Area of circle formula is pi r square. Then, do you know what sector means? Circle is a round shape with center and some r. Draw one more radius with an angle theta. Take this part out of the circle. So how does the shape look like? Shape looks like this and the other shape looks like this. This is radius, 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 radius. Even this one is also called a sector and even this one is also called a sector. Sector is nothing but a part of a circle which is formed by two radii and an arc. Am I clear? Sector is nothing but two straight lines with an arc. Are we clear so far? Since sector is a part of a circle, our area of sector is nothing but theta by 360 times of pi r square is the formula for area of sector when it is given that theta is in degrees. Now, what change will happen to the formula if theta is in radians? Means which number is present in degrees? 360. So if I change this 360 into radians, what change will it happen to the formula? Now for that we need to do, pi is nothing but 180 degrees. So 360 degrees is nothing but how many radians? Multiply it, what do you get? 360 into pi by 180. 18 ones, 18 twos. So it is 2 pi. So to get the answer in radians, my angle should be changed to radians. So in place of 360, I place 2 pi into pi r square. What gets cancelled? Pi and pi gets cancelled. So now the formula is half r square theta. Whenever degree is in radians. Am I clear with the area of sector formula? It's half r square theta. Condition theta should be in radians. If it is in degrees, this formula you need to use. Next is circumference of circle means what? The entire circular path around the circle. This entire length, we call it to be the circumference of a circle. The formula is given by 2 pi r. Fair enough so far. Now when a sector is taken out from the circle, it looks like this. So how much will this length be? We are talking only about length of the arc. So how much will that arc length be? The formula is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Clear? Arc length formula is theta by, let me write here, the arc length equal to theta by 360 into 2 pi r. What is the condition here? Theta should be in degrees. Now what change will it happen in the formula if I take theta in radians? So what number do I need to change from degrees to radians is 360. So it becomes theta by 2 pi into 2 pi r. In place of 360, I just kept 2 pi. Now what gets cancelled? 2 pi gets cancelled. So my arc length formula is r theta. Clear? I don't need to know how it has come, but I should know that arc length formula is arc theta. Am I clear so far? Next that you need to know is perimeter of sector. Perimeter means you need to add all the outer boundaries of it. Sector looks like this. So if I want its perimeter, I should add this, I should add this, and also this should be added. This length is nothing but r. This length is also nothing but r. This length is nothing but arc length. The formula is r theta. So perimeter of sector equal to 2r plus r theta. Whenever they ask for perimeter, I need to use this formula. Am I clear? Next, you need to know the formula for area of isosceles or equilateral triangle. Sector looks like this. If I draw a line, what do I get? I get a triangle. This will be r, this will be r. What will be the area of this part? That is area of that triangle. Can I say it's an isosceles triangle? Yes. With two of its sides to be r and this angle is theta. So in grade 10th, you learned the formula. Area of any triangle is half AB sine C. So in this case, it becomes half r into sine theta. So the formula becomes half r square sine theta. This also I will be using in the sums. You should know this. Instead of using half AB sine C every time, I will directly use half r square sine theta. Now, it's a sector. If I break it, I get a triangle and this part. What is this part called? This part is called segment. Am I clear? That part is called segment. Now if I want this area of segment, how do I get it? Area of segment is nothing but from the entire sector area. If I remove triangle area, the remaining is this part. Clear enough? I showed with the help of a diagram. From this entire area, if you remove till here triangle, the bottom part is what left out. that we call it to be area of segment. Now what is the formula that I get for area of sector? It is half r squared theta, and area of triangle, it's an isosceles triangle, half r square sine theta. So which is nothing but half r square into theta minus sine theta. Whichever formula you would like to use, either this one or this one. Am I clear with the concept? Segment is nothing but this part is called segment. How do I get this segment? From entire area of sector, if I remove the area of triangle, I get segment area. Am I clear so far? Next to formula in this radians lesson, you should know a sine rule. If this length is A, where would that opposite angle be? This one. So this is capital A, let us say, and if this is B, where would the opposite angle be? This one. If this length is C, opposite angle will be here. So what sine rule states? It's nothing but A by sine A. So whichever side you are taking, angle should be opposite to that side, equal to B by sine B, equal to C by sine C. This is a sine rule we will be using in the sums. There I will be directly using, so I am giving you a brief introduction what all formula we will be using in this lesson. And other formula that we will be using is cos rule. This I will use whenever I want to find the length of any side. If I know other two sides and an angle, then I can get it. What is the formula? A square equal to, if I am taking this side, the other two lengths, I need to place it here, minus 2bc cos of opposite to this length I need to take. So this is my cos rule. Am I clear with sine rule and cos rule? If you are starting with b square here, the other two sides should be over here. A square plus c square minus 2ac cos whatever you are taking, whichever side you are taking, here should be the opposite angle to that side. Am I clear with both sine rule and cos rule? Yeah, with this we completed all the formulas in radians. Go through this one more time. Be perfect with all the formulas. In next video, let us see sums on the radians.